looking to get that golden ticket. The Ladbrokes Geelong Cup, the field is set to go. A unique running of the Geelong Cup this year. They're set to go. Holds them momentarily. Racing in the Geelong Cup. Gilded Water from barrier number 3 jumped away just about the best with Torranzino, and for now over on the inside, changing of the guard is also looking to sweep across. Gilded Water's happy to let it go. Whiskey on the Hill behind them, Farrago, Barclay Square, and at the tail, Distrustful Award. So down towards the winning post, they're not going hard. Gilded Water's up there with also Torranzino, and changing of the guard wider. For now is next on the fence. Barclay Square is poking through to get to 5th one off the fence outside of Farrago. Whiskey on the Hill, and Distrustful Award is at the tail of the field. 1850 out. Gilded Water just steadily working across, not rushing it, but it's now going to lead. So as they head towards the back section, Gilded Water at a steady tempo at best. 3/4 of a length changing of the guard. For now is third the box seat, 4th Torranzino. 1.5 lengths Farrago, Barclay Square, 4 lengths Whiskey on the Hill outside of Distrustful Award. So Gilded Water goes into the back with no pressure on here. 1,400 metres to go in the Ladbrokes Geelong Cup on a Thursday. Gilded Water is the leader by 3/4 changing of the guard. 1 3/4 lengths for now, third from Torranzino. 1.5 lengths away in the field, Farrago, and then came Barclay Square. 2 further back is Distrustful Award, who's up on the steel, and last Whiskey on the Hill. Gilded Water's getting every possible opportunity to win the Ladbrokes Geelong Cup as they run along the back section with just over 1,000 metres to go. It's the Royal Runner, Gilded Water, by a length. Changing of the guard second. Third is For Now, and fourth on the outside, Torranzino. 1.25 lengths Farrago, then Barclay Square, Distrustful Award, and Whiskey on the Hill is last. 800 metres to go. So the leader is Gilded Water, has stopped and started them. 3/4 of a length changing of the guard down the hill, approaching the home corner in the Geelong Cup. Then came For Now, Torranzino, 600 metres out. Barclay Square about to put the foot down in 5th, still 4 or 5 off the lead from Farrago. Whiskey on the Hill and Distrustful Award around the turn. 400 metres to go, and it's now Gilded Water stepping it up steadily. 2 lengths changing of the guard, Torranzino. For Now is battling on, and then Barclay Square. Gilded Water, how much left in the tank? 200 metres to go. Still a good 1.25 lengths. Torranzino, who's chasing Gilded Water, 3/4, a half. Torranzino, who's coming now. Gilded Water joined and headed by Torranzino. Torranzino takes the lead, and it's going to be in the Melbourne Cup. Torranzino won the Geelong Cup from Gilded Water, Barclay Square. Farrago in a photo for 4 with Whiskey on the Hill. Then Distrustful Award, changing of the guard, and last For Now. Torranzino has worn down the favourite and leader. Trained by Paul Preusker and ridden by Celine Gaudray, Torranzino will make the field in the Melbourne Cup with a golden ticket. Torranzino has ground away outside of Gilded Water, and the favourite, after having an initial kick, just couldn't sprint away from the field. But Torranzino, who's a good stayer, earlier in its life had had its quirks, but terrific trainer Paul Preusker has put them right, and at 970 and 190 after doing all of the chasing work in the race at Flemington, where it got over the top, of course, of Gilded Water and had to chase Valiant King. Torranzino has outsprinted them here in the Ladbrokes Geelong Cup of 2025. For the winner, Torranzino defeats 7 Gilded Water second, third number 2 Barclay Square, and fourth number 10 Farrago. It's 4, 7, 2 and 10, fifth 5. They've clocked 2:31.59 in a steadily run Geelong Cup. 4, 7, 2 and 10, the numbers confirmed. Let's hear now from Paul Preusker downstairs with BZ.
Well, congratulations, Paul. You've just booked yourself into the Lexus Melbourne Cup with Torranzino. How does that feel?
Yeah, look, super excited to get another go. That's what it's all about for me, getting a go. So anyway, Celine's got that job done for me.
The performance today, did you think you had a horse here that was ready to challenge the favourite like that?
Yeah, for sure. Like yesterday, I come here thinking I'll run one too. He's done plenty of work for it, and I love the way he's going. But Anyway, the plans changed and the few hurdles that we faced yesterday, anyway, he's come through it. We might camp away next time.
How good's this? Plenty of owners here enjoying it. This is what it's all about. But this horse, you've always had sort of quite an opinion of him as a staying horse, that he could get to this type of level?
Yeah, he's been an unbelievable horse all the way through. He's wanted to do things his way, and like I said plenty of times, I've hurdle schooled him, steeple schooled him, we've locked horns plenty of times, but eventually he won, and he's a happy horse now.
You just had a bit of a chat there to Kieran post-race. What was the conversation like?
Yeah, he was just as excited for me, so that's what it's all about. Everyone knows, if you can get a chance, you're a chance, and you learn every time you get into it, so grateful for the opportunity to go again.
What does the next sort of fortnight look for a horse like Torranzino? Does he need to do much more work to get into a Melbourne Cup, or is he pretty much there now?
Pretty much there. Just got to keep the weight off him. He's a horse that does well. So we'll just keep him ticking over. He'll do plenty in between, but we won't ask him for anything more. He's fit.
Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Celine Gaudray returning to the mounting yard on Torranzino after booking a spot in the 2025 Lexus Melbourne Cup. A terrific achievement from Paul Preusker and great scenes in the mounting yard. Hutch, those connections deservedly over the moon.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see the smile on Celine's face at about the 150. Yep. I think she thought, I'm going to get this, I've got this. And well done to Paul and his team. We spoke to him earlier in the week. Of course, he had Surprise Baby going back a few years. He's a great trainer. All honours there. Let's hear from Celine.
Well, congratulations, Celine. You just booked a place in the Melbourne Cup. You can't wipe the smile off your face. How does that feel?
Oh, look, it's so surreal. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always obviously watched the Melbourne Cup, as does everybody else, and to get a ride is unbelievable, and this horse really deserves his spot.
Approaching the home bend, it looked like you were travelling so well. Were you sort of giggling to yourself you were going that well?
The whole race, I was actually giggling to myself. He was travelling really well, and I thought around the 600 I'd pop out and let him come into it, and I had so much horse underneath me, and he just took me through the line.
It looked as though the favourite had got an easy time in front. Were you mindful of that?
Yes, I was, but I was also happy because last time they were sort of strung out and he wasn't travelling as well, whereas today he was able to get a softer run in behind him, and I knew if I pulled out early enough that he'd be able to run over the top.
How are you going to feel in the next fortnight leading to Flemington?
Excited.
So you should. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a superb interview from Brent Zarafa there, and terrific scenes in the mounting yard. Celine Gaudray, what a sensational opportunity. A lifelong dream will be realised in a couple of weeks' time there at headquarters. Tell us how she did it, Hutch.
This is the 800 and, effectively in the 1-1. Look, I think it's a fine line, isn't it, for a horse that had over-raced last time. Declan was quite mindful. I don't think he wanted to lead. The horse sort of did lead. He got the horse to relax, but he didn't really want to overdo it, I think, to set the horse alight. He started to pick it up just prior to the 800, and look, in time we'll see the sectionals and see how it was rated. I think Gilded Water seemed to have his chance, maybe went a bit steady mid-race, but with that in mind about the horse's tendency and what he did last start, you can understand a lot of it was about the learning experience today, and he's kicked for home. He's put 2 on the field. In the end, all honours the winner. Torranzino relaxed, quickened up beautifully, and this is about where Celine just has you can actually see her smiling from there.
You can see it.
You can see her smiling, so good on her. Nice when he hit the front half, ease up a little bit, or maybe Gilded Water kicked back, I'm not sure. But, yeah, a really good effort, and well done to Paul Preusker and the team. I mean, they were close a couple of years ago, Surprise Baby, and, hopefully they can go better with this horse.
Barclay Square's run his honest race. Whiskey on the Hill was OK from the back of the field. The odds-on favourite's been beaten, certainly not disgraced. Maybe it might come up a little bit soon for him, a race like the Melbourne Cup this year, given where he sits in the pecking order. He's still going to have fans on that effort if he can just get a race run how he wants it, be able to maybe take a sit but still sit relatively handy.
Yeah. He's a nice horse. Look, it's only his 9th career start today, so he's got the future ahead of him.
Absolutely. Well done to the connections of Torranzino, Paul Preusker and, of course, Celine Gaudray, taking out the 2025 Geelong Cup and booking their place in the race that stops the nation, the Lexus Melbourne Cup, in just under a fortnight's time. On the other side of this break, we're going to go back to Geelong and catch up with Brent Zarafa to get his thoughts on the race and find out how Geelong Day has been unfolding.